Now then, and welcome to another video. So today I thought we'd have a look at my late war Germans. If you may remember, a year or so ago I did a video on them. What I'm going to look at today is how I can use the same figures but change them into a mid-war force using the Iron Cross book. So got the Iron Cross book here. This is for version 4 of Flames of War. This has got all the army lists and stuff in for the sort of the Eastern Front 1942 to 1943. And also what I got was the unit cards and things. So what you can see there in front of you is my late war German force. According to version 3 rules, because I haven't really played much version 4 yet. So back in version 3, in all the previous versions, in fact, all these small platoons had a command stand with them, so they're not actually needed anymore. But the thing that makes my late war grenadiers different is the command stands have all got Panzerfausts on them and things, which obviously they didn't have in 1942. So the first thing that I need to get rid of really is all my command stands from the platoons and my HQs. So I need to get rid of those. They can't really be used in my mid-war force. And also the what's it called? They're like German bazookas. Panzerfausts? No. Panzerschrecks. The Panzerschrecks, they're also a late war weapon as well, so I can't use them either. So I'll get rid of them. So that kind of leaves my force without any kind of leadership at the minute, but these aren't needed either anymore. So what I've done is relabeled them. Okay, so what was the machine gun platoon commander is now, because he hasn't got a Panzerfaust or anything, he's now the platoon commander for there. This one is platoon commander for that platoon, and this one, who was in charge of my guns, I think, becomes my 2IC. So all I've had to do is paint up another 3 figures, put them on a small base, and that's my new OC there. So I can now use them for the mid-war period. The other thing that needs to go is the observer team. Don't need that anymore. And my Panzer IVs, which are a late war variant, what I'm going to do is swap them out for my mid-war Panzer IIIs. There we go. So what we'll do then, we'll quickly go through my list and see what I've ended up with. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay then, so using the unit cards from the Iron Cross pack, what we'll do then is put together a mid-war force using the figures I've got. So starting off, you've got 4 different options when you're building a force for mid-war on the Eastern Front. So you can have a Panzer IV tank company, Panzer III tank company, Panzer Grenadier company, or a Grenadier company. So what I'm going to go for is a Grenadier company. And on the back of it, it tells you all the supporting elements you can have for any of these various companies. Okay, so to start the Grenadier company off then, the first thing I'm going to use, okay, is these cards here. So the first one is a Grenadier Company HQ. So we've got 2 MP40 SMG teams with 2 points. This is the back of the card. On there then you've got your special rules, and then what's contained within a Grenadier company and what options you have for your main infantry formation. So on the front of it then, you've got all the game stats, or the in-game stats, okay, which is quite handy. Let's move those out of the way. So for the Grenadier company then, I've got my 2 MP40 SMG teams, just down here, I showed you before. Okay, and then the first thing we need are 2 compulsory Grenadier platoons. You can have up to 3, but it's compulsory, you need to have at least 2. So Grenadier platoons, what I'll do is I've got the Grenadier platoon card, which is there. Again, it's got all the in-game stats. Then on the back, you've got 3 different sizes of platoon. Okay, I've gone for the mid-range one, so 7 MG34 and K98 rifle teams for 9 points. So I've got 2 of those. So that's that one and that one. Is that in focus? Yeah. So you got your 2 grenadier platoons. Okay. And then again, you've got your options, any special rules and all that sort of stuff. It's all contained on the card, which is dead handy. You can just have these close to you while you're playing the game. You don't have to keep flipping through the book and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so 2 grenadier platoons. Next option then, from within the grenadier platoon, is an MG34 machine gun platoon. Okay, so we'll go for that. Again, all your in-game stats on the front and on the back. You've got 2 different options there. You can have 2 machine guns or 4. I've just gone for 2 for 3 points. Getting any special rules there. And that's these guys on the end. Okay, so you've got a machine gun platoon. And then the next one that I've taken, okay, you can have 0 to 1 7.5 centimeter infantry gun platoon. So I've gone for one of those. Again, on the front of the card you've got all your in-game stats. And on the back there you can have 2 various sizes. You can have a small platoon of 2 guns or a larger platoon with 4 guns. So I've just gone for the smaller one, 7 points. Again, all your special rules and stuff is on there. And that's these 2 small guns here. These strange looking little guns. A short stubby barrel. Okay, so I've got 2 of those for a bit of indirect fire support. And that kind of covers everything within the main formation. So what we're going to move on to next is the actual supporting elements that are going to reinforce my grenadier company. So we're back in 2 seconds. Okay then, so using your main formations card, okay, so obviously I'm going for the grenadier company, and these are all the different supporting elements you can have. So the first thing I'm going to go for then is a 221 and 222 light scout troop. Okay, so this is the card. Again, it's got all your in-game stats. And then on the back, it tells you what's in the platoon. So you've got 2 222s, lots of 2s, and 1 221 for 2 points. You've got a couple of options there, and all its special rules for the platoon, and that costs only 2 points. So I'll stick those on. So we've got 1, 2 222s and 1 221. This is actually a slightly different variant. It might even be a 223 or something. It's just the antenna is slightly different, but it's armed exactly the same. It's just the model I've got, and I think I'll get away with using it. So I'll stick him in there. So that's the first supporting element I've got. What I'm going to go for next then, looking again on the card, you can have a 7.5 centimeter tank hunter platoon, basically your Pack 40s. So I've gone for 3 of those. So I've got 3 Pack 40s there, and again with the card, again all your in-game stats, and then for 3 of them it's 15 points. Again with special rules on there. Next one that I'm going to go for is a Panzer III platoon, which isn't actually on there, but you can take, you can field compulsory combat units from any German formation as a support unit. So though they're not on that, they're actually within that. They're a core unit within that, and they've just been attached to my grenadier company for this mission or this engagement. So Panzer III mixed platoon. Again, all your stats, and then your different options there. And what I've gone for, okay, so the options you've got, you can change the weapons out, and you can up armour them and give them a 7.5 option as well. So what I've gone for then is 3 Panzer III long 50 centimeter guns, and sorry, not 50 centimeter, 5 centimeter guns. That'd be a pretty big gun, wouldn't it? 5 centimeter guns, and 1 short 7.5, which is that one there. It's a little short stubby infantry support gun for blasting the Ruskies out of their bunkers and stuff. Okay, so that's that one, and that comes in at about 29 points, something like that, if I remember. And then the last bit of support I've got then is my Stugs. And again, you can see on here, you can have 0 to 1 Stug early assault gun platoon. So I've gone for 2 Stug long 7.5s for 18 points. Again, all these stats and everything are on there. So that's these two guys. So there's one there. I'll show you this one. Might have to trim those antennas down. They look a little bit long actually. But yeah, so 2 of them. Again, these are slightly later models because they've got the shirts on the sides and things. I think that was introduced just a little bit later than kind of 1942, which is I'm basing this army on. But you know, I'll get away with it. I think I was going to complain too much. So that's all the miniatures I'm going to use pretty much for my 110 point force. What we're going to look at next then is how you can bump your troops up a little bit, give them a few advantages and things using the command cards. Okay then, so using the command cards, you can further customise your force and give them some little advantages in combat and things. These are a new thing for version 4. They weren't in any of the previous versions of the game, and you get a big deck there of different things you can do. I'll just go through the few that I've taken just to give you an idea of how they work. So in fact they're a little bit like, you know, for 40k and things you have your stratagem cards and all that sort of stuff. Those that are familiar with it, kind of similar to that. But we'll go through it and I'll show you what I mean. So first thing I've gone for is soft skin transport. Only costs 1 point per unit. And what I'm going to do, again, you got all your stats and things there and what they can do. So soft skins transport for 1 unit, and I give transport to my pack 40s just so I can move them about the battlefield just in case they're needed elsewhere. I can limber them up and move them about. So what I've done then is given it 3 trucks. So I've got 3 little trucks there just to tow my guns about. The next one is Panzerknackers. So basically it costs 2 points, and you can discard this card to give an infantry or gun team in this unit an anti-tank rating of 3 and a firepower of +1 against the top armour of assaults until the end of the turn. Now I'm not sure if you have to state before the game begins which platoon or which unit you're going to give it to, or whether you can just choose to use it. I think you might have to nominate a platoon, but I'll probably just give this to one of the Panzer Grenadier platoons, just to give them a little bit of an edge against the Soviet tanks if they start getting overrun. Next one, Mission Tactics for 3 points. So I can increase the formation commander's command leadership distance from 6 inches to 8. So it just gives him a bigger bubble basically, so he can influence the battle. And you can discard it to pass 1 unit last stand test for a unit from this formation whose unit leader is within 8 inches. So you can automatically pass a unit last stand test and then get rid of the card, which gives you a little bit more of an option. Next one, Pure Luck. Discard this card to reroll any 1 dice. The second result must be used, so it's just like a reroll, costs a point. Next one then is Blitzkrieg. So discard this card to let units in the formation whose unit leader is within 8 inches of the formation commander pass a blitz move. Movement orders on a 2+ until the end of the turn. So if I need to get my troops moving, I can play this card and they'll pass on a 2+, which is cool. So next one then, Deadeye. In the shooting step, pick 1 infantry team from this unit. This team may re-roll 1 failed hit roll. If the shot hits the target, that team must re-roll their saves if it's successful. So that's quite good. It's like having a bit of a sniper within your team. And then the final one then, I thought I'd use 5 points up and give one of my tanks a warrior ability, basically make it a special character. So Albert Dressel. Basically it's a bit of a history of him there. And basically what it gives you is rerolls 2 failed hit rolls for this unit each shooting step. So every time I shoot, I can reroll 2 misses, and that'll be my command tank there. So that'll be this guy. Just make him into this special character, and that fills out my points without having to buy any more models. So yeah, that's just a bit of a flavour there, a bit of a look at some of the different cards you get. There's loads more in there. There's more special characters, and there's all sorts of different things that you can do. So basically that is my 110 points mid-war force, just using my old late war Germans. The only thing that's slightly not correct really is a lot of these guys have got MG 42s instead of 34s, but I think I'll get away with that one as well. Yeah, there's nothing too outlandish about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a bit of a look at my Flames of War stuff. But I will show you as well in the next video, the next Flames of War video I do. We'll have a look at my Russians, and then we'll have a look at my Waffen SS Panzer Grenadiers, which I've also got for the mid-war. Right, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.